When anglers think of trophy fisheries and dream destinations, most think of untouched locations far away from civilization, but not us. Located within 60 miles of downtown Minneapolis is a mecca of crappie fishing opportunities. These waters are home to the biggest crappies across the ice belt, and maybe even the Midwest. Our goal is simple: to document the catch and release of as many trophy caliber crappies as possible in one ice season. Along the way, we hope to educate you on how to catch the biggest crappie of your life. Joining me again this season, two of the best ice fishermen in the country, Adam Griffith and Matt Waldron. With the help of wild game cook Ryan Pinkala, we will also show you new and creative ways to prepare fish like you've never seen before. The ice season is here and we're ready to rock. Welcome back. This is season 2 of the Crappie Chronicles.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Crappie Chronicles. I'm Ryan Pinkala. Today's going to be a little bit different because our captain, the man, Bart, he's not with us today. He actually got COVID, so he's been down and out for a little bit. He's getting a lot better though, so he should be back with us pretty soon, and we'll all be back grinding. But today I'm just fishing with Griff and Waldo. I actually just drove over to Griff's house, meet up with the boys, and we're kind of game planning for what we're going to do today. The weather's been kind of weird recently. We've had some super cold stuff, and now the temps are starting to climb really fast. Today is supposed to be super windy and then plummet off again tomorrow. It's supposed to be cold again. But I'm gonna talk to Matt real quick, see what he thinks. He's kind of our weather guy, so I want to know what his opinion is on that.
Well, with the weather the way that it's been, freezing cold one day, and then it's like pretty nice and pleasant out today. I mean, I'm not even that cold, and I'm in sweatpants right now. So it's been super unstable weather, and sometimes that can really stack bite windows to make them really good for a short period of time. But the thing is, when you're not in that bite window, it can sometimes kind of suck. So you might spend a lot of time thinking that you're doing something wrong when really you just got to wait for those fish to turn on. So we're probably going to give her a full send today. We're going for an 18, maybe get some eaters along too for Pinkala to cook something up later. But yeah, come along with us.
Spot one coming to you right now. I don't care how many times you go ice fishing, it feels like the first time of the year when you get out and you can drive out, it always puckers you up just a little bit. So I'm gonna let Matt go out first, and I'm gonna follow him. So one thing I always do when I drive on the lake, even if there's a ton of ice, I always crack the windows down and just unbuckle, just in case something was to go bad. At least you have a way to at least get out and do that. So a little bit of a safety thing. I mean, you're driving on a lake anyway, so it's not exactly the safest thing in the world, but I think we'll be all right. Like I said, there's tons and tons of vehicles out here. And seems like there's about 18 inches of ice, I'd say. So looking good, exciting to be out. Let's go explore a little bit.
Okay, so we're driving on the ice. My favorite time of year. It's super easy to run and gun when we're doing this stuff. Right now we're in a big basin area and there's a ton of people out here. So pretty much when we're fishing a big basin and there's a lot of people out here, what we normally look for are gaps in the groups where there's no people, or we look for the outside edges of the people, because a lot of times there's so much noise from the big group, it pushes those fish outside the basin. So this is a shallow basin, so it's super easy for us to pepper holes and just keep running and gunning. And so right now that's what we're doing. We're going to grid out an area of holes and we're going to just work them really thoroughly. And you know what? If we don't get bit, we move to the next gap of the basin, or we move to the next 100 yards. And you just got to keep mobile when you're doing this shallow basin fishing. So I'm going to get a couple rods rigged up. Already got my go-to, my pinhead minnow. all diced up and ready to go. I got to check my knot a little bit, make sure the line's good. And then I'm probably gonna rig up a bug profile tungsten, so like a black drop kick with a motor oil plastic to it, and then switch between both of them and see what mood these fish are in. I mean, we're not really sure what to expect with all of the pressure changes we've had recently. Warm fronts, cold fronts. One day it's -20, the next day it's 25. So we're gonna get after it here though, and hopefully put a few nice fish topside for you guys. Little crappie. Actually, it's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. That one's like a 11.5 incher. Nice thick one. That's a good start right there. I'm gonna drop back down because I'm graphing them like crazy. I got them over here, Griff. Like stacked. I got another one down here right now. I'm getting back down. I'm tight lining right now. They're coming in right on the bottom. They are absolutely glued to the bottom. Here we go. There we go. Slackline hook set are my favorite. Now that is just a little baby. Pinkala, do you want to harvest today or not? We're getting some fish for pink. I've got another big mark down there. Come on, get pissed. Get pissed. Get pissed. Oh, yeah.
Talk to me.
That was a beautiful hit. Not a big one. The little guy came up and raced up after it. Woo! There we go. Get back down there. 1/16 ounce drop kick, motor oil plastic. And we found that plastic doesn't matter really too much. It's mostly the color. Drop back down there. I had a lot of fish stacked on the graph at once. I had some really big marks right there. We kind of just set up shop and, you know, a school just pushed through. Yep. There's a good one. There is a good one right there. I'm getting back down because there's another one. Came unglued on the pinhead. Holy crap, that thing charged in 1,000,000 miles an hour. We are right in the middle of everybody right now, and not a single person is fishing over here. Everyone's fishing the edges of the basin. There's not even a hole over here. So we were just like, you know what? We're gonna go where everyone else isn't. And look what's happening. Things are happening. Gosh, that thing charged in 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it actually completely missed my bait the first time, and I had to raise it back above him. And he charged in after it again and absolutely smoked me. So we're gonna pop some more holes around here, but it just goes to show you, sometimes there being a crowd on the lake is not the worst thing in the world, because it can maneuver fish, push them into an area, and if you outsmart everyone else and go to where people aren't, that's where the fish are usually going to be. So try that out next time you're hole hopping around a basin. Go where the people aren't, and a lot of times that's where the fish are, because all the noise of those people push them into the area where there's no noise.
It's a big mark too.
Oh yeah.
That's a real one.
Oh yeah.
Good way to start it off.
Oh yeah.
The first one of the day.
Does he have anything in his mouth?
Yeah, my hook.
No, besides that, like bloodworm?
No. Ice in him? Yeah, it's white or black on that lake.
I literally had one. You put it on that rod the other day,
Yeah.
and it's like destroyed.
solid fish.
So yeah, a little update. We came out here, you know, kind of seen where the groups of people were, and kind of just got on the outside of them and kind of started drilling it out and just dropping the Vex and moving and moving and moving, and we finally got in an area in between the two groups of big groups of people, and I think they kind of push them off to the side. And super finicky fish, but when they do commit, they finally, you know, they do. You get a lot of lookers, and then you get one that will finally eat it. But so I mean, we're catching them. We got some really nice ones so far. Nothing huge, but we're seeing some big old marks down there. That one just had it. That one got it. But yeah, I mean, they're starting to really stack up now. Like, but yeah, if you look, like, we're right in between the two big groups of houses out here. So I think what they're doing is they're forcing all those fish out from under all those houses, because you got generators running, people driving in and out, just a lot of noise, and I think it kicks them off to the side. So that's why we're kind of just running the edges of these things. But it's just a little trough running through here, and you can see everybody's in the trough, but one end of it starts over here and the other one's there, and everybody's in two groups, and we're just in the middle of those two groups. Dropping that thing down and
Really?
oh, 100 miles an hour up.
Come on. Yes! Griff steady stacking. We're finally on the board here. That was probably pushing 4. Alright, we'll get him back. That one almost had the spring bobber fully bent over.
I looked over and I'm like, and then your rod's like,
Just diddling. Boy, did he want it though. Nothing. There we go. There's a good one. At least it's bending the pole this time. Jeez. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boom. First crappie of the day for me. These other boys are whacking and stacking, but finally on the board here. Nice little eater. Couple more down there still. Sweet.
big one. I don't know how big, but it's not little. It feels big. Yeah, we'll take that.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it is a big one. That's what we came for. Right there, boys and girls.
Man.
Look at
the size of that thing.
So we've just been whacking, stacking eaters. We've been seeing bigger marks. Like I said earlier, we're just kind of sitting in between all the groups of people trying to just get in this quiet area, and that's the first bigger one of the morning. Most of them, sorry little guy, or big guy. Most of them have been like, you know, we're catching average like this, but get one like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and definitely not the biggest fish that we're gonna see today, I don't think. But probably right about 14 inches. Yeah, 14 if you pinch the tail.
Yeah.
Sick fish, man.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me some, dude. That's sick.
So we're gonna let this girl go. It's a little chilly out here, so we don't want her to freeze up. I've been holding her in the water, but there she goes. Gotta let those bigger ones go back to the let them go back so you keep those genetics in the lake, and those are your prime breeders right there. Those 14 inchers are gonna keep, they got probably the best genetics in here. But yeah, so just remember to release those bigger fish. Keep your, you know, your 10s, your 10.5-inch fish. Don't keep anything like that, you know. I mean, there's plenty of meat on these fish, so let those bigger ones go, let them grow, make more, so we can all catch more big ones.
Sweet. Sick fish, dude.
Thanks, brother.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, we put her on the tape here. She hits right at 12. So this is about as big as we keep. So we'll throw her on the ice. Nice solid fish. Yeah, just very healthy out here. Their backs are just absolutely thick. So you really don't need to keep any bigger than that. I mean, you can't. I mean, if you don't get enough off that, then you need a new knife or something, you know. But yeah, we'll throw her on the ice, and we're just gonna keep on hole hopping. I mean, that's all we're doing. We just drilled out this kind of, what do you say? It's kind of a neck down area.
Yeah,
Like a little trough here, and you can kind of tell how everybody's set up in the trough. But yeah, we just kind of picked an area where nobody was at. It's really quiet. We just started drilling it out, and we're finding little spots where we keep going back and there's fish. So we're just going to keep drilling it out and just keep after it. Keep trying to get that monster.
Woo! Pink, get off the phone.
So yeah, I just got this another 14-incher, I believe. Let's throw her on there. Right on the nuts. 14. Another solid fish, but the pattern we're figuring out is if you're sitting in a hole and you start to see like the little flickers of bait coming through, dude, they're still stacked down there right now. If you see the little flickers of bait coming through, it's like the minnows come, the bluegills come, and then the crappies are following both of them because the bluegills are small enough for these to eat. So let's get her back before it gets too cold. But yeah, so we just noticed that if you're in a hole and you see the little flickers of bait down there, because we've been seeing tons of minnows, I'm guessing what they are, but tons of minnows coming through. And so we've been just kind of hole hopping until you actually see that. If you see that, we just drop down there and you stay with a couple minutes, and if you don't get them, but the pattern's been pretty good. Like when we see the minnows, within a minute or two you got crappies coming into your hole. So, and all that bait will disappear, so you kind of know they're coming. But I got a re-plastic here. That one stole it. But I'm using that Mackie motor oil. It's been the key this year. I don't know, I've had some amazing success with it. Most of my big fish came on this bait this year, and so why change it if it's working, right? And paired with the drop kick, deadly combo right there.
Get down there on him. Oh, flying up. Hooked up. Hooked up. Nice little eater. That was sick. Just came rocketing up. Bunch more down there. Bunch more down there. Oh, dude, this one's gonna eat. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hooked up. That one's heavy. Heavy. Oh yeah. Come on. Oh, it's a walleye. God. He's dead. Oh, dude, it vapor trailed off the bottom too. I thought it was gonna be crappie. Crazy. Ate me like 6 feet off bottom. All right. Din. Yeah. Crazy. They're out here roaming these basins too. Just munching. Everything's following the bait around out here. But he's going in the meat pile.
Well, so what we noticed is a lot of these fish, like you won't have fish on the graph, but when you're dropping down, they would appear, you know. So I started just lifting my jig up like 3-4 feet, you know, like up in the water column, and then I just let it slowly fall down. You know, it's not on complete slack line. I'm controlling the speed, but it's getting their attention. And then once I get them to come look at it, I can take it away from them, and they just come in and absolutely hammer it.
another nice solid eater. Pink's got a big one on right now, or a big one that he just caught, I should say.
All right, check this one out I just caught. Absolute bomb. I don't think he's super duper long, but let's check him out. 14 and a half right there. But nice tall fish. Check that out. Just popped the jig right by the bottom. He was just slowly lifting me up and down, and finally got him to commit. Awesome fish. They're just so pretty when they start getting that big. The markings are unreal. Big hump head on them. Really awesome. This one's big. We're gonna get this one back right now, but I'm pretty stoked on that fish. That is sick. Pretty fish. These blacks, when they get that big, are just stupid. They look awesome. All right, let's get her in there. Nice, nice fish. Yes, dude, that's exactly what we wanted. I hope we can get an even bigger one than that, but that's sick. We've caught 2 14s, a 14 and a half, and who knows what's gonna happen. It's like the middle of the day. This is kind of the window that we've been catching some of the better fish this whole season so far. It's kind of this like 1 to 2:30-ish kind of window. It's crazy, this middle of the day bite, but it seems to be when the big ones are eating, and today is awesome. I can't believe it after this cold front that today we got one weather day where it was gonna be premium to like get out on the ice, and they're just absolutely snapping. So we got tons of eaters, couple bigs. Time to get you a freak. Let's do it, dude. Yes!
Not too shabby. Good one. Oh yeah, big one. 10. Griff's got a big one on too. We got big ones down there. That is a tank. I got another giant on the screen. Got another good one. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. I got a giant on the screen right now.
So do I.
Oh, no. Big one just jumped down the damn hole. Yeah.
Dude, look at him. Look at him.
He's got one too. He's got one too.
I got one too. Oh my gosh. We are making hay, boys. We are making hay.
Me and Waldo just landed on
A pod of
biggins.
Yeah.
all sizes. And we were catching.
I mean, look at how thick those things are.
Unreal.
I would say these are what, probably 13 and a half to 14?
Check it out.
And they're built like bricks.
Oh boy.
14 and a half. Oh, 14 and a quarter.
13 and 3/4.
Sick, boy.
Heck yeah.
That was awesome.
That's the name of the game with this stuff, is we're just constantly moving around. And yeah, it's been absolutely awesome. We found that they're on this break right here of this trough. They're in 11 to 13 feet, and they're hugging that break. And so we just started covering a lot of water because we stopped marking fish. So we went to one side, didn't see any,
Nothing.
didn't catch any.
Nope.
went to the other side, and all of a sudden Griff and I just landed on a pod of big ones. So we're gonna keep moving and grooving and, you know, covering water and staying mobile. And I think that's gonna be the name of the game today, is just constantly moving, because there's fish all over this trench that we're in right now, but it seems like they're hugging a specific contour edge of that trench. So we're just gonna keep covering water and moving further and further and further down it, you know, to stay on these schools. But I got them back again.
Yeah, I do too. And it's the middle of the day, right?
Yeah, it's like what, 2 o'clock, 2:30 right now?
I got them down here.
Yeah, when they just sit there like that, they're big. Jesus. Jesus.
Oh, that is a tank.
Double dot, boys?
Double
yeah,
dot.
I got a big one.
Oh boy.
Look at that thing. This is wicked, dude. Wallo's just flexed.
Oh, yeah. Another tank. Bombs, baby.
This is mental.
This is insane.
Absolutely mental, dude.
Public lake too. I mean, just out
Measure
here.
that thing. That one's even bigger.
It's just absolute people everywhere.
Oh my gosh. And they're still absolutely loaded
14er?
down.
Yep. Okay, it is going off right now.
It is
This is sick.
down. And I got more on the screen right now. Oh my god. Oh dude, he came off. Oh yeah. He had me absolutely pancaked. Watch this.
Dude, as soon as you get it down there, they just appear and just come mad.
And of course, Pink starts filming the Vex and they go away. Oh my god.
Look at this fish back.
Yeah, you can let him go.
Yeah, man, that's a bomb. Though. Look at that. Another 14 inches.
That's a tank too.
Just tanks, man. Look at the
Just
back
slide
of
that
it.
thing.
Hang on, I want to get a couple pictures with one.
Okay.
Hey,
Can we get
cheers.
Can we get Griff and I double pick?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that's sick.
All right, it is like probably about 2 o'clock now, and things just went totally crazy. The school we were sitting on kind of moved around, so we've been hole hopping. We've been moving up and down this trench just like the other guys have been talking about so far all day. And Griff and Waldo landed on an absolute pod of units. I mean, they were just steady whack, whack, whack. I mean, I went and grabbed the camera just to capture as much of it as I could, and it was just like, it was going off. I have no idea how much of that I even got, but it was so sick to just watch that happen. Fish were so fired up, they're just flying up on the Vex and just vapor trailing, just filthy, honestly. But the rest of the day, honestly, I don't know what else we can do out here. It's just like, we're moving around a lot, catching these fish. It'd be cool to still get an absolute mega giant, but we're kind of figuring out maybe a game plan to go somewhere else and just check out maybe somewhere with a little bit different setup that we might be able to get a night bite going. Because I mean, this is like firing during the day. This is absolutely insane. This is probably one of the best day bite situations I've ever been on, especially for big ones. We have like, I think at least 8 over 14 today. And like I said, it's the middle of freaking day. We didn't even get out here till like 10 o'clock. So we're firing. But I want to talk to these guys, kind of get what their opinions are and maybe what the next move would be. I think we're gonna maybe sign off for this episode. And I don't know, we got a ton of eaters too, so we might bail and just do some cooking. I have no idea. We're gonna come up with a game plan right now. Stick with us. If not, we're going to a different lake, maybe get a night bite going. Today's mental. I don't even know what to say.